testing. Hivyo ndio watu tunafanya. So here goes. Majaji majaji mimi ninawaomba, Joyce Joey amekuwa poa kwa hii competition mwajua. Wekeni beti wekeni bet muone kama sitashinda. Nimerudi hapa na nina nguvu, munione vile nime bling bling. Jaji Flini we, wakumbuka vile nilikuwa narauka, assignment zangu zaingia mapema, msinisahau mie mama. That is my request to you guys. Hello? Hey, hii haifaji.
I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe He's brought me this far to leave me. Yes, I don't believe He's brought me this far just to leave me. Hi, Grace Auma Achi, Grace Ami Achi, Grace Achi here. I'm here to appeal to the judges that please may you give me the pass to the next round. I am sorry where I have failed before. I am sorry where I have laxed. I'm sorry where I have not given my full potential. And I promise that moving forward, I will give it my all. I will give it my best. Where I have gone low, where I have gone cold, I promise that I will reignite that fire. And I'm coming back with another swag, with another fire, with another passion that is coming from within. Thanks to Regina Ray. She's taught us so much. So I'm coming back my full potential, with my full potential. So please, judges, please, teachers, please give me another chance. Please. Thank you.
Beautiful voices there, right from, there we go, yeah. Unajua Jaluo ni kibarua. Yeah. I want to say good, beautiful morning to each one of you who is tuned in onto our Academy Music Chat. My name is Helen Olivia Akoth Omolo Nyarnyakach. Wakine na kawuotho taduongora, therefore Mtawali. I realize it's not only me who introduces herself long. Talk to other fellow Luopins. You'll actually see the same thing. Anyway, Mtawasi, Rodrigosi, and Ivlisi are groups that were formed last week that the contestants joined so that they can have one-on-one with the facilitators in the academy. I tell you, we had fun, and we were able to have, at the end of the week on Sunday, a concert. And you've seen on the screen that there were contestants who really, really look forward to get the padlock. Previously, we gave them the key. Now they have the padlock, because without a padlock, what are you going to open? So after being given a padlock, there are some contestants who received express. You know, express. They say favor is unfair. So they received an express padlock to enter the academy. This is the third part, and you've seen that, part 3. Then you've seen other beautiful contestants, 2 of them to name. Joyce Akinyi, trying to say that she's not going to give up. Grace Chieng also, Grace Achi, yeah, also insisting that, you know what, I can't give up now. Most of the contestants do not know. They do not know when this competition is going to end, which is beautiful. Sometimes when you give people an element of surprise, surprise or suspense, they work hard. Well, history has it. And that's a concept we're using in this academy, that you just don't know when we're going to finish. You don't know what's going to come up next. Yeah, well, some people don't like it. Like already I have started receiving reactions. Aurelia sent me a text this morning telling me, you know what, Mom? I'm giving up. And we've just had somebody singing, I can't give up now. So you who is giving up, watakaje basi? Nakwambia hii dunia basi hata hatujui twaishi mpaka lini. Wewe uta give up mbona? A long video was sent by Regina Ray to the contestants telling them, no guys, the minute you want to start thinking of giving up, think of the good things that have happened in your life and enjoy it. Just before you want to give up. Oh, unajua hizi magadgets saa zingine watu wanashanganga. All right, there you go. Thank you. I can hear myself. But here we go. There are many people who give up in life. My message to you this morning is, do not give up. I have a Swahili saying that says, wewe hujui nani, unaweza kuwa kubaya zaidi. Somebody else might have actually experienced very worse things than you're experiencing. They say if you think you're very sick, go to hospital. So one day, somebody had a burn and they thought it was very bad until they go to hospital and they found somebody who got burnt, half their body. They started thanking God. It could have been worse. Tell your neighbor, it could have been worse. Anyway, just before we get to see who our guests are for this morning, let me see who is logged in. Ken Aringo Nakuona, this is a pastor, we call him Pastor Sex. Pastor, yeah, but he's the one who is so blatant, tells you everything as it is. And I tell you, youth of today, before you start thinking suicide, thinking of giving up, you need to talk to Pastor Ken Aringo. He'll just tell you everything as it is, okay? As well as, who is it? Ansara. Ansara was supposed to be with us this morning, but unfortunately she had a hitch, so she's not able to be with us this morning. We apologize on her behalf, but we hope that she's enjoying the show wherever she is. I want to ask the contestants, share. All right? Mary Elizabeth is one of my members from a long time ago. Mary Elizabeth wa Afrizo goteni wase huko. I love Afrizo because this is the team I started at Daystar University, and these guys are youths that are burning out for Christ. And they are not burning out for Christ, but they are in love with Christ. They are sending the fire out, burning the midnight oil. Yeah, like that. Oh, and who do I see? Tabitha Ogango basi na kuona, one of our greatest facilitators. Tabitha, ebu share, and let people know that we're going to have a talk with two beautiful people. Today in my studio, we have Brother Musa Omondi. Brother Musa Omondi was one of the finalists in Africa Online Vocalist Season 2. Now he's going to talk to us. Now before he talks to us, we have also Catherine E. Jacobs. I call her Pastor Catherine. I tell you, Africa Online Vocalist has very brilliant surprises for us, that people's gifts are unfolding. I don't want to say that Kathy's gift of preaching and being a pastor, probably because she's a pastor's wife, came out recently. We will get to hear about that in the show. Let's talk to Brother Musa. Brother Musa, how are you doing?
I'm doing
Kindly
well.
introduce yourself and tell our viewers, who is it? Who is Brother Musa? What do you do? Yeah.
My name is Brother Musa Omondi. I'm born again. I'm married. I'm a gospel minister. I sing gospel music. Yeah.
Yeah, he sings gospel music. That means if you are out there giving out a shout out to the gospel singers, people would like to be identified to be singing gospel music. Well, he'll explain to us what he means by gospel music. Meanwhile, we have Josie Orwa. Josie Orwa was in season 1. I think we used to call it Facebook vocalist. Josie, kudos to you, man. I can see you out there giving a shout out to Musa, and keep it locked. Tabitha Ogango basi nangoje comment yako basi, na pia ngoja ushare, etc. In AOV we don't care. Oh sorry, we care. But we don't really have an issue with you speaking any language. Kata kaero wacho dholuo sani banyalo wacha. Nyoro the whole night. Ntiere nyako moro luoni Mbaire opuonjowa Korea bwana. It was beautiful, yeah. It feels nice to speak some other language that you don't know. We pick that language so that you can find out what I've been saying. You don't say that I'm backbiting you. Anyhow, I said that yesterday we spent almost the whole night speaking to this beautiful woman who speaks some Korean, until we discovered that this gadget can actually speak Korean. They didn't know. They actually started believing that I speak Korean, which is good. Anyway, let's go over to Kathy. Kathy, hi.
Hi.
You're great.
Yes.
All right, please introduce yourself as well and tell us what you do.
Well, I'm Catherine Kerera Jacob, and I'm a pastor's wife. So I've gotten used to people calling me pastor, so I just introduced myself as Pastor Kathy. And I'm a gospel musician and an author.
Okay. Let's hang out. Let's keep it up. The word gospel. What do people mean by gospel? Or does it mean that you cannot sing a love song to your husband, or you can't sing a love song to somebody? What do you mean when you say that you sing up? People told me I sing absolutely gospel. I was like, wow. Okay. What do you mean by gospels?
Gospel music. I would refer to music that leads me to God, helps me connect with God. Yeah.
Beautiful. So, guys, there you go. And does that, confine you into only singing gospel, or do you sing any other genre? Yeah.
I am mostly gospel. I do sing other songs for vocal
Like, can you sing a
training.
love song to your husband?
Yes, I can
And not
sing
feel
a love
badly?
song to my husband.
I feel like
not
you've
feel-
backslidden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. All right, Kathy. Now, who told you about AOV and how did you join AOV?
Wow, I saw it on Facebook. Actually, I saw from Ruguru Kinywa's profile. She kept announcing AOV3 is coming up. So I waited for the poster. So when I saw the poster, I was among the first people to audition. And I didn't think I'll get in. Yeah, I just told a friend of mine, I'm just going to try this thing. And surprise, I got in. I think that was a really surprise.
You know, we usually actually sometimes just pick names because there are many entries that come in. And we always want God to minister to the people that we pick, so that by the time you leave, we know that God actually wanted you to be there. So part of the pruning process is, of course, going through the videos that you send, but also just going, God, lead me to somebody there, and then we pick you out, because we have a certain number that we look forward to work with. Anyway, since you joined the academy, what are the things you want to tell the contestants, and plus those people who probably want to join the academy and really feel that it's a calling? Yeah, what would you want to tell them?
Wow, I would tell you that getting into AOV is such a blessing. That's number one. But it's also not a walk in the park. You have to be ready to be pressed until everything in you comes out. There is no room to hold or withhold something inside of you. So this is a place of expression. Express yourself fully.
What are those things that you do experience in the academy that makes you feel pressed? What are those things that the academy does to you that makes you feel like, I am pressed, please? Can I release the talent? Yeah.
Yeah, like dancing and miming. Those are things I had never thought in my life I'll ever do. Yes. And
Did you find it fun?
yes, very. I really enjoyed myself, especially doing the mime and the dance. And I think that came as a surprise even to my church members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So from that experience, you think you can actually opportunity to anyone who comes to your church as a mimer or as a dancer?
Yes.
All right, beautiful. That is Kathy E. Jacobs. I like to call her Pastor Kathy. Now let's move over to, thank you very much. Let's move over to Musa. Musa, it has been how many months? Like about 3 or 4 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you tell us? Musa is, I would relate Musa to Aurelia. Aurelia, who gets her phone and then writes to me and says, Madam, it's over. I am done with this AOV thing. In fact, after the contest, I think we did like 2 weeks ago, Aurelia told us, no. There's no one who voted for me, not even one. I voted for myself. She felt discouraged. Aurelia, you know, mimi nakupenda, me I love you. Even if you get, you know, the way you go to a Mzungu's place and then you think that Mzungu is the politest person, then she tells everybody about everything that you do. Aurelia, imagine nimekuja kukustaki nani, basi nimekuja tu kukustaki nani, unaniandikia message, unaniambia kwamba una give up. Unafikiri wewe ndio ulikuwa wa kwanza ku give up? Let's talk to Musa. Musa was like you. But look at Musa. We have a surprise. This is a gift Musa received from the previous contest. Musa didn't know that that time that he was just about to give up is when his blessing came out. In fact, we thought Musa would give up. One, why am I preempting this, Musa? Why were you giving up? Why were you giving up? And you actually told us on the wall, I'm done with AOV. So you really are not the first one. Get done. There's somebody who was done, who got done before you. There we go.
Thank you so much. I was giving up because of the same reasons you really has. I looked at how people were voting on my wall. Then I said never.
So that thing of voting can actually discourage people.
Yes,
eh?
it can.
We now this time we had the contestants do head to head. They all had to perform, and then they vote in somebody. And Aurelia has been our general secretary, writing for us all our minutes professionally. If you are in Aurelia's shoes, now when they say, who are you voting for? Aurelia is waiting for her name to be called. Nobody calls Aurelia. Aurelia, life is bad, but life is hard. Life is a journey. It's a journey. Oh, and that reminds me of a time that I really used to do a lot for my students. I have a freeze or they send you, and you do so much for them until you get in trouble. Then you realize no one is with you. You're on your own. All right, let's talk to you. What did this make you feel when you felt like everybody is no one is voting for you? Not even the contestants are writing a comment on anything you've written.
Yeah.
How was that supposed to make you feel?
I felt bad. In fact, when Mr. Okango announced that the number one had 8,000 plus votes, then on my side, I only had 54. So I counted those votes. I counted those votes one on one, one by one.
Sure that they are 54, eh?
Yeah, but they passed 54. Yeah. So I don't know the criteria they used to, to count the votes.
Sometimes, like if you have a show on Saturday, they would count on Friday or maybe Thursday.
Yeah.
So maybe they had deadlines so that they can actually, because there are many of you,
Yes.
so that for them to actually be able to complete everyone, that time they had the deadline, maybe you only had 54.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
So those are the things that made me feel bad. And again, I was down financially. Yeah, because I was, to participate, you need bundles, and you need to invest. Let me say you need to invest. So
Musa, the way you look, you don't look like somebody who anaweza kukosa bundles. Hey, Musa yawa.
No,
Baada ya kuvaa suti hivyo, Musa like somebody.
I'm blessed, by the way.
Amen.
I'm
Amen.
blessed,
Yes.
and I have a lot of money.
Good.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I know a Nigerian. John Gamwal will tell us when you are very broke, you don't say you're broke. You say, I'm rich. I am very rich. So, yeah.
So those are the things that made me, give up. But I want to thank God because some contestants, they called me. Like Immaculate called me and told me not to do that. I want to thank you so much because you also called me and you did a very beautiful thing on M-Pesa. And I want to say thank you so much because that opened doors for me.
All right. We want to find out whether Aurelia also is going through the same. Aurelia, ni bundles imekuwa shida ama unatumianga Wi-Fi? I think, those are things that you start thinking about. People are not voting for me. I use my own bundles to write minutes. Then I keep them updated. I use my own time. I have done. She actually just sang for us beautifully the other day. Then unfortunately her video could not play on the competition. So that actually made her also start feeling like, are these people biased? I tell you, favor is unfair. Like I keep telling my contestants, Just give yourself an extra heart. Aurelia, we love you 150%, probably even more. And then, just like Musa says, that this life, you never know what's there for you before. So, mtu anaweza kukubariki. Kama ni people, guys, if you think you're missing bundles, let's flood our phone na 50 bob, sindio? Tumtumie tu bundles za 50 bob. People, please send Aurelia. Really, can you please type your number? Type your number there. If it is bundles, tutakusupport. We're going to support Aurelia. Aurelia, and I'll be the first one, you know. Kindly send Aurelia. Wait. Let me read her number for you guys. When I say my AOV, life your life would change. Okay, give me a second. We check out Aurelia's number. And please, if you send Aurelia bundles, please, kama ni mwanaume usimkatie tafadhali. Please, don't use a knife. Yeah? Aurelia's number is 0797 410 433. I will repeat. 0797 410 433. Aurelia has done so much for Africa Online Vocalists. Guys, if you want, vote for her. If you want, send her bundles, not money. Well, if you had, akona mtoto mdogo anaitwa Divine, you can send her anything. Just bless the woman, because ideally she's been a blessing to many people. AOV season. Mbaire anakuambia barikiwa zaidi. Mbaire nimeona message yako hata sijasoma vizuri, lakini imagine. Kindly send Aurelia Sharon. We are loving you today. You are the one to be blessed today. Thank you very much. Just like Musa was blessed at some point just when he was about to give up. We say God comes in on the 11th hour.
Yes.
Today, Musa was among the finalists out of 2,000 people. Finalists, and actually was able to get a trophy. Hey, Musa, nakwambia hii trophy kwanza, I tell you, this was position 4th position. Musa Omondi. If the camera can zoom in, ndio hiyo sasa position Musa Omondi. Plus, he came with Jaluo, eluo.com. He actually has a certificate of appreciation for providing outstanding leadership. So he's actually a leader. That means if he gave up, then his team also would give up. Leadership during the season 2 of Africa Online Vocalists, held from July 2020 to September 2020. And that is Musa's, you wanna hold it? Yeah, that's Musa's certificate. He also received another certificate of participation. The certificate is awarded to Musa Omondi for participating and being positioned 4 in the vocalist category. Out of 17, he was number 4 in the vocalist category during season 2 of Africa Online Vocalists, held from July to September 2020. So guys, sometimes there are people who steal your dream, or there are things that come in to rob you of your desire to conquer something. And therefore, we want to use Musa as an example. This actually is like a coincidence that we actually brought you to the show today. So Aurelia, we love you very much. And I keep mentioning, because personally, I know I have a heart for you, Bwana. Aurelia, you came to this to win it, not to be defeated. So if that demon is talking to you, telling you are not defeated, you are already defeated, we are asking that demon to get off in the name of Jesus. So Aurelia, tukiona kama umerudi, tutakurudisha vizuri sana. This is how the devil sometimes hits people's dreams and makes them feel so badly. Aurelia, tunakupenda. Contestants, man, can you send a word to Aurelia? Tell her that you love her. Encourage, find a way to encourage her. Regina Ray, Coach Regina Ray just talked to us the other day, telling us it is not about time for you to give up. Winners don't quit. Beautiful. Back to you, Pastor Kathy. Pastor Kathy. When you are married to a pastor, what are some of the challenges you go through? Because at AOV, ideally, we really engage you into rigorous activity. When you're married to a pastor, plus all these other things you do, tell us more. What are the challenges?
I think the biggest one would be people visiting my house, and sometimes they would come in and I'm doing something. So they're just hearing, Pastor Kathy, is she dancing? Is she singing? What is she doing? But over time, they've gotten used to it, because actually they were the first people I told when I got into AOV. So they expected I'm going to be doing something, but they thought it was just singing. So now they have seen all these other things, monologues, like the monologue I did in Kikuyu. And they're like, we didn't know you are hilarious, because they think I'm very serious.
You're a comedian. Yeah.
Yeah, until I did the monologue and then they realized I'm a comedian. Yeah, so when people come to visit my house, I think now they have kind of expected. Sometimes I will not sit there with them all the time. I'll just give them coffee and then I'm off somewhere to record something. Yeah.
Wow. So how often do you record?
Every day.
Every day. Yeah. No
Yes.
wonder we fill our phones with great stuff from what you do. And I think that's why we do AOV, so that you can be able to explore your giftings.
Yeah.
Now, I want to say that Sarah Sash and Charlene Amdani. I thought it was Shamiz Charlene Amdani. Thank you very much for tuning in and for supporting us with Akina Josie and Kena Ringo. Blessings Kibao. Asanteni sana for your participation. Now, one of the things I've realized about Kathy is Kathy, and Sarah and Helen have the same characteristics, pretty much the same personality. So when I browsed through one day, I almost put up something for Ansara saying it was Kathy. How do you relate with the three actually? Kathy, Ansara, and Helen. How do you relate? Helen is not light like you guys.
Yeah.
Like Ansara, I know Ansara is a little light. But there's something just about you people that just resemble. How do you relate with the two contestants?
Actually, we relate very well. They are among the contestants that we have formed a friendship in the group. So we would side chat a lot. Yeah.
Wow, good.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things you side chat about?
About AOV, about what's going on.
Yeah. Have people been asking you about Africa Online Vocalists?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think right now we can say we've reached the whole world?
No.
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 Why?
We have not yet gotten to Canada. We've not yet gotten to US. We have not gotten to France. To
We were in
Spain.
Canada last season, yeah?
Yeah.
We had somebody from Canada last season, so we are there ideally. Yes, and actually it's Praise Ochul, ambassador. We honor you, girl. She is the one actually who brought in Iyamu, Osaritin. Osas! We remember Osas. Osas is in Nigeria. This guy is comic. What would you say about the gifts of the people in AOV? What do you think? Do you think AOV is really helping them? Or we actually could be wasting a lot of time here?
No, I think people are being helped. Personally, I am being helped. I think there are a lot of things I did back in high school, and then I grew up and stopped doing them. And now AOV has given me the opportunity to bring them out, those things that had been hidden. Yeah.
Guys, AOV is not just about talking. I want to test these people and see whether they're able to sing, right? Yeah, can we do that? I think last week we had a brilliant team that sang. Let's see whether these people can sing. We're going to sing Your Alpha and Omega and see how we can design it and make it sound nice. Right, guys? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Okay. So you're going to start. You are Alpha, whichever pitch you want to, or whichever key you want to start, go ahead and then we'll sing together.
Okay. You are Alpha,
Alpha
and
Omega.
We worship you alone. You are worthy, worthy to be praised.
Woohoo. Okay, there you go now next. And
You are Alpha
Alpha.
and Omega. We worship you, Lord. You are worthy to be praised.
Now let's go. We give you
all the glory. We worship
you alone. You are worthy to be praised. Okay, let's try Musa on the bass. We give you all the
glory. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised.
All right, not not bad. Where there's somewhere in there, okay, we can see that Musa can sing bass, okay. Actually, let's try him on some falsetto, okay. You can sing, we give you all the glory. Can you sing something up high there?
Okay.
Yeah. We give you all the glory. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to be praised. There you go. That's the difference between any other academy or any other competition and Africa Online Vocalists. I'm so glad that these guys can actually sing in harmony, one of the hardest things to do for any musician. They could sound brilliant and nice, but yet they don't know how to harmonize. Pretty much, these guys are versatile. They know how to harmonize. Now, producers. I want to thank all the producers who have partnered with us. Today, I want to mention just but a few who have supported us all the way, right from season 1 into season 2, into season 3 right now. Allow me to mention a few names from season 2, probably the ones who spilled out from season 1. Number 1's producer is NSM, New Sky Music, by Mike McLaughlin. He has produced a beautiful, beautiful song for John Gamwal from South Sudan. We want to thank you for being partners with us. Charlene Amdanyi, partnering with SM Records in Eldoret. We want to thank you, SM Records. Endelea na kazi vile vile. Susan Mwalimu was produced by Mastola. Nasema thank you so much, Mastola. Hata kama hujamaliza, you are there with us, supporting us. We want to say thank you to you. Fancy Nyanchama actually partnered with Bueniv. Bueniv Studios, you know, Evelyn Wanjiro, the husband. Sasa the husband. Yeah. They have a studio. They partnered with Fancy Nyanchama yet to produce her music, but we want to thank you for coming in. Ruguru Kinywa, produced by TJ Productions. And I can see that you've already completed your video. We want to see these things coming out. We have Immaculate Adhiambo, one studio, which is still incomplete, but we want to thank you for coming in. One studio, we remember, Phoebe, Wood Phoebe. Yeah, they're the Phoebes, Wood Phoebes. We thank you. If this guy was here, the brother was here, I tell you, he would have even produced everybody. And Aitwa Barikiwa Studios, a very, very furnished producer. Thank you also for producing Nancy Mutula, Mr. Nak Studios, it's called Zach Gitari of Nak Studios. Zach, nani ametupotelea? What's the name of this girl? Maggie, ready wherever you're hiding. Rudy, tumekugundua. Sasa tumetambua ya kwamba kuna wanaohepa. Come back. You know, I don't know what is it that caught you, but I know very well Zach Studio is waiting to hear from you. Okay? Brother Musa was recorded by Kidi Records, and it's already complete. We want to hear you making noise about Kidi Records. Guys, producers are some of the people you want to really, really interact with if you are a musician. Zipora Nyangara, recognizing Doe Music in Nanyuki, Nakuru. Yeah, Nakuru. Doe Music, Doe basi Doe. Doe basi ndowe basi. Nakwambia, unjaribu umvifanya. You're still incomplete. We hope that you can complete recording pretty soon. Brian McLove Studios, he's got SJ Records. Oh, come on. I wish I could hear what Brian McLove is producing. And he says that his production is complete. Guys, put these things online, man. These days, there is a way you can just put them online and we're able to access. Unless you want us to buy, we still can buy. Kwani? What's up? Yeah. Last but not least, from season 2, we have Praise Ochul. Tanzama Records is still incomplete. Tunakungoja Mbongoso. Ngoso tuwajua wewe sijui Canada ama ni wapi. Mwenzako yuko Canada, yuko US. Basi fanya malo, basi fanya haraka. We need to hear what Tanzama Productions has. This season, we have other producers that are beautiful and wonderful. I want to tell one of us who is here today, you'll see her later, Mbaire Kamau, I think has been sponsored by SK Records. I had a phone call with SK Records who have actually produced, he has 2 studios, one in Mombasa and one in Nairobi. SK Records has told us that they're going to sponsor Mbaire Kamau and Joyce You already saw Joyce when at the beginning of the program, Joyce and Grace Archie. I'm still here to find a producer for Grace Archie. But I want to thank you to tell you that Joyce Ojowi in Mombasa also this week was able to win a great prize from White Rhino in Mombasa. White Rhino basi tuwashukuru sana manake kama sio nyinyi basi sijui kama huyu Joyce angepata holiday. Joyce, we want to congratulate you. Thank you very much for working very hard. You have scored yourself a ticket. Is it a free holiday? I think bed and breakfast at White Rhino. Make sure that you make great relations with those people. You just never know. They have a lot of facility in White Rhino. Please make sure that you take advantage of that. Take as many pictures and post them for us so we can know how White Rhino is. We could be the next guests of White Rhino. Let me get a parting shot from these two beautiful people who have been with us today. So, Kathy, what is your parting shot?
My parting shot is nothing good
Yes.
worth having ever comes easy. So you can't just wake up one morning and say, I quit. That the moment you quit,
Yes.
you have already failed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the moment you keep waking up and going on the
Yes.
next day,
Yes.
then you're already a success.
Kiyosaki said he failed many, many times to be able to be who he is today. Don't believe in failure because after failure, there just could be your victory. Now, Kathy surprised me this morning. She says, never quit. Keep doing you. Now, she's not just a pastor. Look at this, man. I love this. Vivian, Judge Vivian, you're having a run. I mean, somebody's competing you here. This is Kathy giving you a run for your money. She did this morning. I'm an artist myself. So when I see things like this, we used to call it what? Large mosaic. Mosaic? Yeah. You know where you where unapita mawe kwa barabara. You pass stones there, but somebody's actually seeing value for the stones and putting them there as deco and creating a frame. Wow, of me. You know, this is one thing I need to thank God for. That when people talk good about you, don't take it for granted. You just have affected somebody's life. I want to say thank you. Kathy, thank you for expressing your art and just probably coming up with something that maybe nobody thought. And you know what? Nyuma basi ni katoni. Ile katoni watupa, Kathy waitumia. Then we have my face. This, I think she just took a picture, probably downloaded from Facebook and took a great picture of me and took beads and started decorating. This actually probably could be her necklace that she tore apart and put it. I mean, artists don't just give up. Actually, you can use me as an example. Don't throw things just for the sake. If you zoom in, this earring, alipoteza mwenzake. Hata huyu, alipoteza mwenzake. They're pretty much different earrings. But you know what? We don't throw things away. They always find value. Guys, never throw things away like that. If you especially are an artist, find a way of rejuvenating it or reusing it in style. That was Kathy E. Jacobs. Kathy, thank you for coming today and just blessing me with a gift that I didn't expect this morning. So sometimes I don't even make pictures or frames of myself because people, you come to my house, it's all what people have done, artwork, and I appreciate art. Thank you very much. Musa, Brother Musa Omondi, and he's called Brother. Sasa sijui kama ni Catholic ama ni mtu wa Maria Matakatifu minyasae kaukwanwa wandio richo arunya ngino. Tell us, brother, what is your parting shot?
Okay, I want to talk to people who want to give up. Do not dare.
That includes Ben. Ben Kibwana. Imagine, he's one of the very, very good ones. Oh, Ben ran to me and said, I have this, and I have this, and I have this. I told him, oh, how many are those? 5. I have 20 things that I do. We unachoka kwa 5 peke yake. Mimi niko na 27. And recently, I was nominated to go to Britain's Got Talent. Sasa na siendi kwa kama judge. I'm going as a contestant. Those are things and opportunities that come, and they don't come easy. So I take that as an opportunity. If God wills, I'll be there. Please, I'll be there, guys. So there we go. Musa.
So as I was saying, do not give up because you do not know what is just next to, what can happen next. Because if I gave up, I wouldn't have this, I wouldn't have got, recording deal. Yes. So I want to tell everybody watching me, please don't give up. Somebody talked to me and told me that here we are just talking English throughout, yet they do not understand.
So which language do they understand?
Whichever language you understand, because
Yeah.
I told the person to contact you
Yes.
and tell you to, you know, if you can.
If basi tutaongea basi Kiswahili.
yes.
Alafu
So-
watu wa Nigeria watafanyaje sasa? Tukishaongea tutaongea kidogo tu ndo Nigeria sipotee.
So it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter. Just set your eyes on the prize. If you don't win, do not lose hope. You are learning, and that is the most important thing. You will get out of AOV with something. You can be a judge somewhere. So this one alone, do not, do not cry for this alone. And whatever you will be given, that one, appreciate it, because God is the one who has made you.
Actually, this is just a symbol, right?
Yes, yeah. And you said about gospel. I want to talk to gospel artists. Please, let us sing gospel music, because it is Christ we are, singing for. We are not doing it just to make money.
I'm just wondering whether this is gospel. Nilitoka pale nikapata viatu, Jesus. Nikashangaa mbona nywele yangu haijajengwa masia. Ukiniona nacheza natungiza kiuno natingiza. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Just see me walking and walking and walking. Glory. That's my gospel song. I know. Christianese, eh? Yeah. The fact that you just put the words that are godly there doesn't mean that that song is gospel. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, viewers. We have heard from Brother Musa Omondi and Kathy E. Jacobs. I call her Pastor Kathy. Guys, we are still yet to see Mbaire Kamau. I almost said Mbaire E. Kamau. One of the people that I love in the house, I tell you, I love all of them, but there are people who are specifically specific. Guys, I can't wait to see you after this break.
Ningetoa ng'ombe kila siku, ningetoa kondo kila siku, ningetoa njiwa kila siku, ili dhambi zangu zisamehewe. Ukachukua aibu yangu.
Shiko Rabaira lorondero wake Machete Gweraga Atene oero ebo kubia nawe Nekweru tore uta David tamonia hauhage Kinyere mwalimu Helen Nena Evelyn Mukaiberia mwalimu Mwaura J. Rodriguez Mera AOV totirauma Goko ni moshie wa aini. Shiko Rabaira lorondero wake Machete Gweraga Atene oero ebo kubia nawe Nekweru tore uta David tamonia hauhage Kinyere mwalimu Helen Nena Evelyn Mukaiberia mwalimu Mwaura J. Rodriguez Mera AOV totirauma Goko ni moshie wa aini. Shiko Rabaira lorondero wake Machete Gweraga Atene oero ebo kubia nawe Nekweru tore uta David tamonia hauhage tirauma gũkũ nĩ mũciĩ wa aini.
Dear viewers, welcome back to our music chat. I hope you've had fun listening to us, yeah? The people who are saying that we're speaking in English, we're sorry that we have to speak in English. That's pretty much the language that many people understand. But if you want us to keep changing, we can change. Donge. We are now with a guest that I think I value. She's exceptional. One of the things that makes her exceptional is the fact that she can do many, many things. A good dancer, a good orator, a good singer. And why am I preempting? There are pretty much many other things that she can do. We will talk to her in a bit. Meanwhile, I want to recognize Arao Arao. Arao is officially our comedian. Arao neni bwana. Aneno kise join wakanyo kendindi ko gikboko kanyo madongo na nigingane etc. Arao na kurao. Thank you for roaring around. What I'm saying is, Arao, thank you for partnering with us and always ensuring that you join us in our show. Arao is a comedian, one among the few Luo comedians that I recommend and I commend because her job is always well done by Arao. Now, the type of plays or drama she does, I cannot explain. But there are those that I think some of our contestants must learn from because she's starting very low. And today God has lifted her eye. Congratulations, Arao. I also want to congratulate the contestants who made it to the house. I think we need to clap for them, yeah? Including you. Yeah. A round of applause for you guys who made it to part 3. Part 2 was pretty difficult, but part 3 is harder. That God Aurelia telling us that she's giving up. That God Ben Kibwana telling us that he's too busy to commit. We want to tell you that ukifikiria wewe uko busy, kuna watu wako busy zaidi. Depends on what you want to achieve from Africa Online Vocalist. Na nimewastaki, si ndio? Hey, we have Mbaire Kamau with us this part 2 of our show. Mbaire, please tell us who you are and what you do and quite a lot about you. And I love your trouser bwana. Hii trouser nile inaitwa wacha nisikie baridi. Unasikia imekuletea weather ndani ya mwili. All right, let's hear from you.
Thank you. My name is Mbaire Kamau, but zile za ID ni Caroline Nyambura Kamau.
So where did Mbaire come from?
It's a long story.
Okay.
Or maybe a short story,
okay,
depending on how I want to tell it. Kuna time unatakanga spice up story. Like you said, I'm a good orator.
Okay.
I like capitalizing on that.
Good.
My biological father named me Mbaire, but Mama was not happy about it, so she named me Nyambura. But growing up, I've come to accept the name my biological father gave me.
Oh, those things that come back in your life.
Exactly.
Like they were talking about Uthul Maunge Nungone. He did not like that name until later on when he came back to comedy. Now he loved it and spiced it up. He also has a long name like I was just listening to him, the late, just the other day, I think 2 days ago. And that's when I came to learn that some things you actually ignore when you're just starting life come back later. And probably you start appreciating them.
True.
Now tell us more about Mbaire.
Okay, so I like to describe myself as a multi-potentialite, and that's a term I
Wait a minute. Wait, change your Luo friends, man. Multi-potentialite.
Yes.
So if you're a multi-potentialite, what am I?
You are actually a multi-potentialite, and maybe that's why we click so much.
Makes the two of us.
Yes.
Too much, too much, excess macho. Yeah.
And what that means, it's a combination of 2 words, multiple potentials, and this is people who have very many interests. Yeah.
Okay.
In
and
life,
they excel in
they excel in them. They're actually jack of all trades and masters of all trades. It's
not a few. Okay. Master of all.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
And then they have very many creative pursuits. So it's hard for them to just be an actor. They will be bored after some time. They want to sing. After singing, they want to act. After that, they want to teach people. And it's not like it's a burden to us. It's actually how we are made.
So what's your temperament? Are you a sanguine? You're a sanguine. Now that makes it 2 of us.
Yes.
Yeah. We want to do some art, draw, make things, get tired. We want to become a linguist. We want to know all the languages coming inside you. Like now we say, Annyeonghaseyo.
Annyeonghaseyo.
Annyeonghaseyo. Mano to luo bwana anyongo. Kenda se aseo. Mana annyeonghaseyo.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So there are many things that we tend to do.
Yes.
Apart from just speaking your mother tongue, which is Kikuyu, or is it Meru?
Kikuyu.
Oh, Kikuyu.
Yes.
Ure.
Hey.
Ohoro aku.
Timuru. Demwega.
Ona ni demwega lakini accent yako hai.
Eh.
Hiyo ni ya Jaruo.
Asa, waria wega muno.
Debere tana bai mwe kalendaini. Hakuna vile naweza kuwa nimeweka bass baada ya kuweka soprano. Demwega tana bai mwe. Debere tamo huko wa shati.
Huko wa shati.
Nani ya ng'ombe. Yani debere yani. I'm cool like that, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so other people get surprised at the fact that you can be able to do many things. Yeah.
It's good that you ask that question because Regina Ree is taking us for classes. Ooh, one of the perks of being in AOV is that you get to meet great facilitators. Thank you, Mama, for inviting
Thank you.
them.
At least somebody appreciates, yeah? Okay.
And she
Not that Kathy didn't, she did. Yeah, okay.
She gave us an assignment last week to do a personal branding where you would go to your friends and ask them what they think about your personality.
You must have had 3 million.
Skills,
Yes,
yeah. And I'm surprised that actually one of the people said, I find you overwhelming.
Wow.
And so I went back to them to ask them, overwhelming can mean 2 things. It can mean too much or
Yeah.
wow, you're overwhelming. This is beautiful. And he actually said too much.
Oh, you're too much.
Yeah, there are people who found me that, and it's something that I struggled with even
Now I have
growing
to check.
up.
I have to check this. If they say you're too much, do you think I'm too much? Too much. Do you think I'm too much?
No,
I know you're trying to play safe.
I can't play
Jeez.
safe because
Okay.
I relate with you.
Okay.
Unajua,
Beautiful. So that makes us.
when you are growing up,
Atuogopi corona. We are just sisters. We are sisters in the Lord.
when you're
Yeah.
growing up by yourself, unadhaningi you're crazy kwa sababu you see how the world brings us up.
Yeah.
Is you should specialize in one thing. You should have one calling. There's a
Yes.
way you should behave. But when I go to people,
Yeah.
I'm the one going to introduce myself. I'm the one giving them. For instance, when I walked in today morning,
Yes.
I already knew that there are 2 events taking place
Wow.
at 209.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
One
Wow.
about ICT, one for Safaricom. And then I was already talking to them. And
Wow.
maybe that's what they consider too much. So growing up, that has been a
But
challenge.
do you think that too much works for you
It does.
more than it works against you?
It does.
Yeah.
Because one, it helps me be authentic.
Okay.
Yes. Because
Okay, one thing I know about me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go, I'm not the daring type where I just go meet people and they're like, hi, how you doing? How you, no, me, I'm the one who waits. Talk to me. Brother and sister, you have opened the key. You will not know how to close the door. So me, I'm that type. I will not be like upfront. I will wait until you come to me. You're like, so who's this? What don't you know? There we go. So maybe there we.
Yeah, so it has helped me be authentic, and something else, it has also helped me learn so much about the world
Yes.
and cultures, and of course, nowadays I know when to hold back. Inaitango reading the room. Nimechanuka, yeah. So it gives you a lot of wisdom because the more you interact with people, they correct you in the process, and you learn how you should or should not behave. Yeah.
Great. Now, I want to do something little different from what Mbaire expects. Now, I'm hoping that Mbaire can be also a talk show host like I. So what's going to happen? Right now, we're going to turn tables. I'm not going to ask her any questions. She's going to be the host. I am the guest.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this music chat that happens every Thursday, courtesy of Photo Magic and AOV.
Umeona amesema vitu sikusema na Rimara, Mbaire slowly. All right.
So
She's done well, right? Up till there, she's done well. Excellent. Photo Magic. Okay.
Yeah.
Me ubaye musema mwisho. But she said, good. Yeah.
So the music chat are conversations that are held together with the great people and upcoming celebrities. But for today, we're turning things round and inviting somebody who you can say has made it in the industry. And help me, everybody. I know I can't see you clapping, but I know your spirit is with me right now as we welcome Madam Helen Akoth Mtawale.
Helen Olivia
I'm really
Akoth
trying to do that. Well, there's some way she introduces herself. Helen Akoth Mtawale. Therefore, Therefore, Mtawali.
You've done well. Yes. My name is pretty long. You guys don't want to hear it again, but just for keeps and just for Helen Olivia Akoth. People think that it's not my name. Helen is a name. Olivia is my second name. Akoth is my Luo name or maiden name. Omolo is my father. Nyar nyakach bakinena ka woto tinena ka aduongora therefore. Now that section is where I come from. I come from Nyakach. When you see me walk, kinena ka woto. Taduongora therefore. Now one of the reasons why I duongora is because I live. There's something I'm living. Natembea, nawacha huko, nawacha. This is actually part of the reason why I duongora therefore. So that when you see me walk, actually, I suffered inferiority complex for the longest time. So later on, when somebody opened a switch in my life and told me, Helen, you matter. My eyes matter. See at unaniona. Like you're seeing me, you're not seeing me. They're laughing at me. That's when I realized that I matter. So these days when I walk and leave a statement. Don't you think my dress leaves a statement?
It is leaving a
It
statement.
does. So I leave a I'm just kidding you. Anyway, so that's how come my name is there, guys. So lovely, yes.
You've
Go
touched on a very important issue as you are sharing and introducing yourself to us. Thank you so much. On inferiority complex. And we know this is something that can happen in the industry, and maybe we're even seeing it in the competition. Yeah. So can you tell us more about your story and how you can relate it to AOV3 contestants?
Beautiful. Inferiority complex. I suffered it for the longest time because my eyes, if you zoom in, some of you have actually seen me, are green. The color alone makes you think that I can't see. So people used to think that I don't see. But I was wondering why. I would wonder why I see what they see. So eventually later on, I realized that my eyes have no default. There's no problem. There's no fault. There's no flaw in my eyes. But kids really used to laugh at me. So I suffered for a long time. This part was black because I used to walk looking down. Until one person told me, those eyes, we buy them for very expensive. And they're called contact lenses. I said, contact ango. I did this, contact lenses come out. Mine is not coming out. Mine is God-given. From that day, I started walking with my head high, like as if I know that I have a very important element inside my body that many people love. And ideally, after that, I had many people now complimenting my eyes instead. I was like, oh, thank God for Daystar University, because that's where I think I met this woman, and she was my mentor, actually. She became my mentor immediately and mentored me in many, many things, including leadership. I really, really want to appreciate Dr. Roberta King, wherever you are. I know this program will get to you. Dr. Roberta King, you are just exceptional. Today, I live positively because of the things and the sentiments she put inside me. So, let's talk about inferiority complex. So after I suffered inferiority complex, got to know that there's so much. That was a baton to switch every gift inside me. I realized I could draw. I realized I could do fine art. I realized I could dance and even teach choreography. I realized that I could sing. I could teach people how to sing because she gave me a lot of opportunities to teach with her. So I could teach. I also realized that apart from that, I could act. Guys, if you watch Sarafina, I was Mama Sarafina. And I know people used to come to watch that section. Yeah. So a lot of gifts unfolded. I play all instruments, including the mouth saxophone that I taught myself, probably when I was a little grown. So I want to tell anybody else who is thinking that they are a lesser part or a lesser person, just know that somebody just needs to open that switch. And that's what happens at AOV. So I realized that if you encourage somebody, it's just like encouraging you. Tell somebody good, instill positivity in their lives, you will change them. Even my daughter, I keep telling her, sometimes when you feel like you want to fight somebody, look for a good word. Yani when you respond the opposite of what that person expects, good things will come out. Even if you have mirima, if you have a bad heart or unclean heart, you realize that you actually open up and start accepting the person, appreciating the person. I'm hoping that at AOV, we can be able to explore people's talent so that you're versatile. You cannot just depend on one thing. many other. Imagine if you had 10 ways of making money. Package yourself in 10 ways. That means if one way can't work, you have 9 other ways. 5 ways can't work, you have 5 other ways to bring an income. That's how come I actually am versatile. And that explains a lot about Helen, Olivia, Akoth, Omolo, Nyar, Nyakach, Makine, Nakawuoto, Tadwong, or therefore. And when I walk, you hear. When you write therefore, how do you write it? We say Duong Rock, therefore.
Duong rock, therefore.
Hey.
Okay.
Which now tells me that you actually have spoken that word like a Luo. There's a lot of interest in Korea. Tables turn. Tell us about Korea. Ulianza kuingia Korea aje. How did you? Guys, did she do well? I think she did very well. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now tell us. Yeah.
So my interest in Korean, it's not like really interest, but I joined a church called Good News Mission back in 2011. They were advertising for volunteers to help organize the International Youth Fellowship Camp that happens every year. The first one I think was held in 2008. Yeah, and then now every year we look for volunteers. I just saw the advertisement on telly and we like, I want to go here. This looks fun because I was still in my 2 years of job where you're staying out before you join campus. So I go there and I meet these, Asian-looking people. Unfortunately, the image that had been sold to us by the movies was that any Asian-looking type of person is Chinese.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and
I thought you were gonna say any Asian-looking person looks like bi-racial. Because we've even seen you dance Hindu. Oh my gosh, you.
Yeah. So I immediately thought they're Chinese, but then I was introduced to them and they learned they're Koreans. But aside from all that, I was also surprised they are Christians. And we were there to preach the gospel. The whole purpose of the camp is to attract young people so that we can preach to them the gospel. Yeah. So I was there, nikidhani ati nimekuja camp, kuna dancing, sijui kuna acting. And then they're telling me, iko wapi Bible yako? And they're like, I didn't get that memo. Yeah. And from that moment henceforth, like we were all attached into groups, each group given a pastor, na mukanza theology. It's like free theology and ABCD of the Bible.
Do you appreciate knowing that?
I do appreciate, because that is what has actually been a foundation for me since 2011 until now.
Wow, that was 9 years. Is it 10 years? 9 years.
Yes, 11,
9
12,
years.
13,
Okay.
I can only count.
Actually, yeah. We are 28. Let's say more than 10.
It's 10 years. Since I joined them. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. So now, tell me more about mind education, because I think one of the things you've learned from the Korean people is the mind education, which I think is very important for anyone who is doing challenges like what we're doing at Africa Online Vocalists.
Interesting that you ask about that. Yeah. So one of the ways we preach the gospel at Good News Mission is via the mind education. Yeah. And you realize for any healthy society, you need the right mindset. I think even the Bible says it. Is it in 1 Timothy? For I have not given you a spirit of fear. Yeah.
But I've given you a spirit of sound mind.
Sound mind at the end.
Yes,
yeah.
at the
So
end,
God expects us to have a sound mind. And there's something psychologists wanasemanga, therapist, you cannot change what you don't understand or what you don't feel.
Yeah.
So as a church, we understand that, and that's why the church started the International Institute of Mind Education, solely dedicated to just coming up with a curriculum on how they can help people, first of all, understand how the mind works, like understand the rules of the mind. Because ukisha understand how a car works,
then you can make it work.
You will know the engine is to help with the movement. The brake is when you want to stop so that you don't cause an accident and all that. So they help you first of all understand the parts of the mind. Yeah.
Wow.
And then after you understand how the parts of the mind, how it works, and now so they show you how do challenges then come about.
Wow.
Ukisha understand challenges, then it's easier for you to know, how do I fix it? Like if I know how a car tire works, that the nuts must be tightened. Yeah. And then I will know that mguu ikinini, then nitajua siku tighten your bolt. So ninishuke niachane, and then tighten the bolt, and then I go. And at the end of the day, unakuta the objective is to, one, you will have a strong heart.
Yes.
What do we mean by that? Unakuta wase wengi, nimesikia ukiongelelea sana in part 1 about people giving up, or because they feel they are busy, they now feel I can't do this, or because I was not recognized, now let me give up. But if you have a sound mind, now may introduce where you know how the mind works, it will be easy for you to have a strong heart. Hata usipopata your recognition, you can still find it in yourself, the will and the self-drive to go on, to overcome the difficulties.
That's it, because ideally you brought yourself to us, so you must always purpose to find the will and drive to take you to the next level.
Absolutely, yeah. Number 2, it's going to help you with self-control, because unakuta duniani wase wengi. Let me give an example with Korea, because that's what they use that as the best example. It's one of the leading countries economically. Do you know in 1950, is it 50 what? 53, we used to be in the same economic level with them.
In 1953?
In 1950s.
Oh, really? And then they just
especially after the Korean War, the North and South, and then the
South Korea and there's North Korea.
When it got divided, after that war, they were so poor.
Koreans look too cool to fight. Imagine if the Koreans were they don't even look like fighting. Africa will come out with sound from here. Hey! I don't see Koreans actually being able.
It is, but I think that's what has enabled them to stay peaceful until now, since that last war, because they are really trying to protect kusiwai kuwa na such an incident like it happened in 1950. So you realize they were so poor, but now they are so economically prowess.
That's a secret, is it?
Everything they need.
Okay.
Huawei is Chinese.
Yes,
okay. They're
we technically don't know the difference between Korean, Chinese, and Japanese. We know some of them, their eyes go like this, some of them go like that. We don't know the difference. We find them the same. So it's possible. And I know you went through a challenge like that. Actually greeting a Korean in Chinese.
I know, and they take it, you have to be aware of the cultural nuances and identity nuances,
Wow.
Because it might come out as racist even if you did not intend it, you know? And especially you have to understand also their history, because one country colonized the other, there's still bad blood there, so you really have to be careful. And I think this is the wisdom that comes from being versatile, like you were saying. You get to understand all these things,
lot of things,
so that you don't abuse a culture, you don't appropriate it or misappropriate it.
Like I once thought I was speaking Kikuyu till I went Tia Komea Goro. I was like, what is Komea Goro? It's Kumia. Oh, I love that. Anyway, so
now going back to the mind education, using the example of Korea, you find now because of this economic wealth, parents can provide anything for a child. So mtoto akilelewa hajui control desire, akitaka microphone anapata, akitaka simu pata, anataka nini anapata. So
it becomes a problematic child.
Exactly. So when you grow up and then you're in the world by yourself, you don't have self-control. Kitu kidogo tu ukinyimwa, unaona watu wanakuchukia. And then what happens? Unaenda una commit suicide, unfortunately, ama you just leading a terrible life, yet you have everything you could ever want. So the mind education inafunza how to have a strong heart, how to have self-control, and thirdly, which is most important, how to know how to overcome challenge and change.
Wow.
Challenge
and change.
Because AOV unakuta you are introducing to us new concepts.
Always. New concepts, always.
With the element
and
of surprise.
Challenges. Yes.
So if I had tunaitanga roho kidogo, you would kasirika all the time, and then you would not be able to accept that challenge and be like, this is not personal. When Mama Helen corrects me, it's not personal. She's actually doing it to improve me.
Yes.
Because you have a strong heart, then it's easy for you to accept that.
Wow.
And we package all this in a beautiful curriculum where we first let you know about about the heart, how it works. The heart is the mind also, how it works, and then what you can do to have a strong heart. And that's where now the Bible comes in. Because ukiangalia the word of God, it has, I think, a script for everything. Yeah. Are you unhappy? Thessalonians tells you, rejoice, and I tell you, rejoice. Yeah. Are you unwell? Inakwambia by his stripes you are healed.
Yeah.
Do you feel like una give up? Wacha nimtaje kuzusha mtaja.
Yes.
Like Ben Kibwana, who's feeling they have too much.
Ben Kibwana tunarudia tena. Rudia.
Yes.
He doesn't even look like someone who can give up.
No.
Ben, you come back. Rudi kwa line. Baba yangu mimi sifichangi. I don't know how to hide.
Yeah.
Nilifundishwa na mzungu, you know?
Yeah, wait, these guys are very open.
Yeah, I'd rather somebody who probably has gone through a challenge that will jeopardize their showing up, but not somebody telling me, I have this and this and this and this and this. That means there's much that is expected of you. So continue doing much. Because I personally do over 14 things a lot. I just plan my time. That is not enough excuse. But the good thing is, this goes for a while. So if you're not careful, you will give up. And you know what? We can always tell you once or twice. Please stay. Later on we'll tell you, please go. Yeah, because it doesn't mean that when you're not there, nothing happens. There's still a lot. There's somebody who's been looking for that opportunity to do what you are not doing. So take every opportunity very, very keenly and importantly. Now, I know you have a lot to say. Guys, I can listen to this woman all day because she knows quite a lot. And one of the things that we really stress and want for guys at AOV is to adapt, usurp, grab the opportunity. Those terms, yeah, get as much as you can. And then you'll not blame anyone for not functioning. So when you have life skills, that means you can work. Guys, another thing about Maire, at some point, you might not see me if you don't know that you're going to see this woman. Because apart from just doing this show, we also have another show. And what is this?
So we're glad to announce that GBS has agreed to do a talk show with us for prime time, actually.
Imagine.
Yes.
Yes, we want to thank GBS for being our other sponsors. Thank you so much for giving us time on TV. And GBS goes all the way to Korea.
Yes, so
Yeah,
GBS
so
is owned by
probably
the
next
Good
time
News
you'll see
Mission
contestants
Church.
from Nyanyangisheyo, Shamani no Machini Bikala, Chibina, Shazada, Hamsamida.
They're actually very good singers. Yeah,
They're very good singers.
Yeah.
But except they sing very choral.
Yeah?
They sing choral. Or they do all the even contemporary
Yeah,
stuff.
they do actually. Right
Okay.
now, for
Yeah.
instance,
I
right now
remember.
BTS
Yes,
is
yes.
leading the
Yes.
whole world kwa
Yes.
Billboard charts. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. And they do also very, very lovely concerts. Christmas cantatas, Christmas concerts. Beautiful. I wouldn't want you to miss, because these are people that when we borrow from, when we learn from, our personalities and our staff also will go to the next level. I don't want to finish, but we gotta finish. We have to go. There are many things that I might have forgotten. Kama binadamu, people forget stuff. Nikisahau nisamee. Want to thank all the viewers who have come, who have partners with us. What are they called now? Sponsors, our key sponsors, GBS producers, who have agreed to partner with Africa Online Vocalists. We're gonna go big. Those who partner with us from Nigeria, Iyamu Osaritin recently received a call, probably from one of his lovely producers, that they want to work together. In our next show, we will announce producers for AOV Season 3. Today, we announce producers who have partnered with us in AOV Season 2. Next week, we will announce or talk about those producers who have partnered with us. Then the surprise is every contestant who has ever received sponsorship from our producer, you will start seeing them on our walls. You start listening to their music. You will start seeing their faces, and also the producers with their studios. Guys, if you are at the studio right now, any contestant, take pictures, man. We want to see how those studios look like. Hata kama ni ndogo namna gani, bado ni studio, and they still produces some work. We want to lend a hand, shake the hand of that producer who has some gift that he needs to share with the world. Now, what's your parting shot?
In the spirit of Regenerate, it's going to be a call to action.
Okay.
I know we've mentioned a lot about Good News Mission
Yes.
and the Mind Education.
Yes.
So I'd like to tell anyone who is interested in the concept of mind education, go to Facebook or YouTube at GBS TV Africa, and you will see all our past videos that we've all our past uploads on sermons that have been done, either on the history of the church, on mind education, or on normal sermons. And actually, we have an ongoing gospel seminar that will end tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 30th,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
To end tomorrow, you can tune in. We have a morning session and an evening session. The morning session starts at 10 a.m. Yeah, leo isha kupita, but you can tune in for the evening one from 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
And tomorrow the same. Yeah. And also, we're very excited to be doing the talk show with GBS, and it's going to be revolving around art, because the sponsors, of course, it's Mama Helen Akoth, Olivia Omolo, Nyar Nyakat,
Ero.
Ngongo,
Bas.
Mtawa,
Yes,
therefore,
yeah.
Mtawa.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, and our awesome facilitator, Jay Rodriguez.
Okay.
Yeah, who are both producing me for that talk show. So a lot is in the works, and we will announce, and we hope to launch it very soon. Yes.
We get you, because I know part of what Regina Ray, the coach, has taught you is we must lead you somewhere. Where can we find you?
Okay, so I'm active on Facebook now because of AOV3. I had to revive it. And Instagram, you can find me at Mbaire Kamau.
Yes.
Yeah, very simple. At Mbaire Kamau are my handles, and you will find my content there. I respond to messages. I love conversations. Come on. So I'll always respond to you. I'll never ignore you.
Me too. Both of us. We respond to people. We don't ignore them. Even if it takes 3 years, but we will respond. Still, yeah?
And those looking for someone to date, 0713257672.
Say it louder. You never know. We could be having a wedding bells, eh?
0713257672.
There you go.
Yeah, AOVdating.com.
Yes, there you go. Very much. Owiti Achar, we have seen you. Josie Orwa, we've seen you. Aurelia Sharon, yeah, multi something. Thank you very much, Aurelia, for tuning in. That's the woman we are aiming to. Aurelia, this is your week. We'll find you. Ben Kibwana, Tura Kupara.
Yeah.
Tura Kupara. Yeah, I don't wanna know. I tell you some songs that people write. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you very much, guys. You can find us on Africa Online Vocalists, the group. You can also find us at AOV on Facebook. Yeah, AOV Africa. You can also find us at Africa Online Vocalists, the page. Find me at Helen Mtawali, the page. Helen Akoth Mtawali, my profile. Find us everywhere. You find our contestants talking about us everywhere, guys. Support them, and support them. Last, before we close our show, Raya Kimemia has released a single, and we want to thank the producer for standing in with Raya Kimemia. If you want to know about Raya Kimemia, go to our wall, Africa Online Vocalist. She, I think, is one of the leading vocalists in our group. Raya Kimemia is going to also have a Zoom talk with, partnering with Julius J. Rodriguez. You'll find that somewhere on Africa pages, as well as the group or on my wall. Guys, it's been real. Today we've talked, and I'm glad to have Sanguine with me. So when you don't see my face, no, she's going to be doing internship. That's your internship. She's already finished, you know.
Pressure.
So we want to give opportunities. That's what makes a difference at Africa Online Vocalist. We don't wait for tomorrow when you are too old to join us. We wait for now. You learn it, you do it. And for now, that's a
when you snooze, you lose, honey.
Yes, you snooze, you gonna lose. Sasa anza kulose nani. God bless you, people. We'll see you next week.
Ningetoa ng'ombe kila siku, ningetoa kondo kila siku, ningetoa njiwa kila siku. dhambi zangu zisamehewe. Ukachukua aibu yangu.
Nafuata ndoto zangu, nafuata ndoto zangu, hey. Nafuata ndoto zangu, nafuata ndoto zangu. In the name of God, I feel I will win. Nafuata ndoto zangu, zote nitarish. Nafuata ndoto zangu, hey. Nafuata ndoto zangu. Okay, as a true Rastaman is priest that I preach. Nikifika pale ninadundanga na beat. Leo kadi kwa sana natambuaga peace. Amani ndio inaweza fanya situ reach kwa ndoto zetu. Kwa ndoto zetu, amani itafanya siturish. Kwa ndoto zetu, najitambua kwa my skin tone kama African man. Kila siku kwenye maisha mimi na learn. Ndio maana daily mimi nachonganga ma plan. Hata nini ikuje mimi siwezi rana marasta man. I'm a strong like a lion. I trust in God yenye ukutoka Zion. Nikifika place you know I got a baton. Every day bazo najitumua as a person for my dreams. I'm following my dreams, I'm following my dreams. Nafuata ndoto zangu, I'm following my dreams, I'm following my dreams. Nafuata ndoto zangu. Blessed I man from the Rastaman, original Rastaman Leo Cardi. Peace to the man, Iron Lion Zion. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I go in peace.
Nyabura nyabura baba, nyabura nyabura nyabiro, nyabura nyabura. Njongereza njongereza, njongereza kawala komokulu, njongereza kawala kegombe. Katula bechiba muye biraka. Njongereza njongereza, njongereza kawala komokulu, njongereza kawala kegombe. Katula bechiba yume biraka. Umwana wakabaka, osanya lumpuririza baby. Yuya kubere wo, mebyanga lumpuririza yo baby. Amanya bamita lubwaha, tabulunga la chungozi, ndi muzukulu la lubwaha. Singing like Nagaya. Njongereza njongereza, njongereza kawala komokulu, njongereza kawala kegombe. Katula bechiba munye biranga. Njongereza njongereza, njongereza kawala komokulu, njongereza kawala kegombe. Katula bechiba muye biraka.